Good evening, all. Welcome to Bro Billionaire. This is Raghu here, bringing you another exciting learning video. Now, hope you enjoyed the RSI reversal strategy. Please mark my word, it works on currencies, crypto, all the market on 15 minutes time frame because it catches the momentum. It catches the momentum, and you have a very least stop loss, and it also tells you when you need to take a counter trade against the trend, and it's a very high probability. Now today what we are going to learn, what you're seeing is a CPR, central pivot range, R1 S1. I have removed everything else. Now the reason is above R1 is breakout, below S1 is a breakout, similar to R4 and H4 candela pivot. Now this is exactly where above R1 smart money enters, below S1 where smart money enters. You need to think it that way. All right. And then, the central pivot range is the heart of it. Now, I'm not going to tell anything about it, but in central pivot range, the objective of this video is you have something called, this is what I use from Trading View. You can use anything you like in your respective countries or regions or whatever you like. So suppose if I go here and put show tomorrow's pivot. Now see, I have tomorrow's pivot. This is R1, the red dots are S1, this is central pivot range. Understood? This is how you need to check. Now here, I want to see whether there is 50 SMA. Now before you jump to a conclusion, 50 SMA is lagging, 20 SMA is lagging. No, the pivot tells you which side market is going to run. So do not worry. I mean, these are the very important moving averages. I'm talking about simple moving averages, not exponential, right? There's not much difference. And I've been using it for last 3-4 years. And every month I double my capital despite being a IT project manager. And I'm a part-time trader. You know that I have shared my profit screenshots and monthly account statements, everything. Now, what is our condition? When you analyze this, see, tomorrow is Friday. I see 50 SMA is lying at the central pivot range. The purple line is 50, the blue is 20. All right. Now, tomorrow I know if price is opening in and around central CPR range, I have a trade. Which side? I don't know. I will catch it. I don't know. It might be up or it might be down. But what I am trying to communicate to you is, I believe if it is opens here, I have a trade where I can make 1:2. That is what I'm trying to tell you. You know that whenever a market opens, if you're working on certain stocks or certain instruments, it can go sideways entire day. Now here I am telling you, when you see spot a 50 SMA at the central CP, I mean central pivot range, and if the price is opening in and around it, you have a short shot 1:2 or more trade. So, and you will get to know today itself. That is what I'm trying to tell you. Now I'm going to just demonstrate it for you without further ado. Let's go, right? And you can use it in three ways, this strategy. One is at the opening, when the price opens near central pivot range, high probability, even if it goes sideways half the day, keep your eyes open, you will definitely have 1:2. And the second is when the price is facing resistance near R1 or R2, and if the crossover happens, you have a trend. The reason is 20 SMA, almost all traders, professional traders agree that SMA or EMA, they don't care. But as long as price is about 20 SMA, trend is upside, below that trend is downside. And the reason for that is a number of trading days in a month is around 20 to 22. So it calculates the average and tells on that particular period, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or monthly, weekly. So for that particular 20 period moving average, if price is above, it's buy, price is below, it's sell. Who made that decision or who made this rule? For several years across the globe, all traders believe it. It's a natural knowledge. So everybody reacts to it. And since buyers and sellers are reacting and making a collective decision, it has stayed that way. And what about 50? It's the same thing, very important. It's like universal. What is the balance, right balance for anything? It's 50-50. If the balance tilts more than 50, that side the weight will carry. Similar to that, even in stock market, 50 above 50 is buying, below 50 is seller. So since both 20 and 50 carry same characteristics, when you see These kind of parallel moves between 50 and 20, you will have an explosive move. The trend is very strong. That is what you need to understand. And then this is one thing, remember, whenever 20 and 50 moves in parallel, trend is very strong. It's simple fact that both carry same characteristics. I'm not talking very wide or overlapping, close like a parallel tracks. And then what did I say? Near R1, as per pivot, there are 65% chances. Pivot boss Frank Ochoa, 65% chances are there whenever a price faces resistance near R1, it can test the CPR. Now, based on this, suppose if you're a new trader, now I'm going to make it very big. If you're a price action trader, you will capture the price action, but that is not the objective. The objective is R1 is resistance. It's facing resistance several times. And you can also draw trend line if you're easy. Trend lines are most effective in any instrument. So the trend line is going down and it is near R1. So near R1, okay, I see inside bar. This is evening star. All these three are inside bar. If you collectively cover this, this is another evening star. I mean, based on don't get into the names of it, understand the price action. It's breaking here one candle below R1. This is breaking 20 and 50 SMA. You know it's going to go down. That is another thing you need to remember, where you can trade 20 and 50 near resistance, near support. The biggest thing is this parallel. Other than this parallel is, what did I show you? Whenever a 50 SMA is near the central pivot range, you need to anticipate a trade, right? This is what I'm talking about. Now this is a range. Keep on anticipating. It is playing range. Maybe you might have taken a 1 or 2 stop loss, but if you know CPR, in and around CPR, it's a dead zone. We don't advise to take any trades. But after this, see here, both with this, when this candle is breaking, central pivot is broken, and this big candle is breaking the lower circuit. The lower circuit belongs to sellers. From here, price passes to S1 pivot. But I want to capture explosive moves even here as well. Just think, guys, price opens below S1, we know it's going to take a breakout, but it is very far away from 20. But when you see 50 is above that, you will get a confidence that market is going to go down. Here also I wanted to show you something. See this one on this particular day. All right, on this particular day, I'm going to show I'm going to put action replay. Okay, after 5 minutes, watch this. You have a red candle, market is going down, is facing resistance near R1. Now, what did I say a few minutes ago? There are 65% chances when it faces resistance near R1 or S1, it is going to test the central pivot range. Now, ignore the narrow pivots or everything. What I'm telling you here is, now when price is opening within the range, you understand, okay, the previous resistance can act as support. Let me show you. Okay, the support is broken now. Do you see? The support got broken here. Still, even if it is going up, how do you know it's going to be a breakout? This is what's going to tell you it's going to be a breakout. Watch for a few minutes. Look at 20 and 50. Just watch how they are moving. So trading is all about identifying. It's not about learning or skipping YouTube channels. Now, these are the most simplistic characteristics of moving averages along with pivot, how you can spot a trade and a trend even before it happens. All right. Now, what I'm going to show you here is, this was a super trend. I mean, not a super trend indicator. Look how far it went. There was 1:6 profit. It was just what, yesterday, right? Now here, I don't have anything to say. Here I showed you already. Now I'll show you one more thing and we can move to some currency. Pivot is here. I want something like tailor-made, something like this, you know, near central pivot range. And then when it starts moving up, you have a short game changer in your hand, because it's going to tell you you have a trade. Throughout the day, it is about the first 5 minutes candle. I made a video on this as well. And then The first 5 minutes candle low is broken, near central pivot is broken, 50 is above, 20 is below, and they are deviating. You have a short winner. Same thing here, near central pivot, 50 SMA comes above, goes down, comes up, goes down. The mere 50 SMA staying about 20 can tell you which side trend is. It's going to act as a resistance, right? Taking support on 20, taking support on upper circuit, it goes up. Watch here, goes up. Now let me take Tesla. Okay, Tesla, because I saw in news that it's falling. Although I don't trade, I live in a different region. I'm from India. Today, now this was the example I was giving. Tesla had a sharp fall, right? Now this is 15 minutes time frame. So below 40, it has spent considerable amount of time, right? So this is related to yesterday's video. The 20 SMA is broken here. Market has moved above this, but 20 SMA is broken here. So my condition was, while it was moving here, I wanted what do you call, when the RSI from 40 goes inside 40, and at the same time, if a candle is breaking the 20 SMA, that is where I wanted to consider that market is going to go up. Let's watch for a while so that you can understand. See there, the candle, when it went inside, it broke 20 SMA. So it was here only, it broke. But after that, just watch a cluster of candles and look at the momentum. Currently, we are here. So this RSI on 15 minutes works everywhere. Just wanted to show you because I saw this one. I can spot it with my bare eyes. Now, what are we talking about? 50 and 20. Near central pivot range, market breaks upside. If you don't have, this is previous days range bound. If you feel, okay, should I go up? Should I go down? What should I do? Now, within 1.5 hours time, you know that these are sloping down. 20 SMA barely goes, and then immediately here only with this price action. I'm not asking you to wait. These are lagging indicators. The lower circuit of CPR belongs to sellers, but you can have a hunch. Okay, yes, this is sloping down. This is going down. I can take a trade. Market is going downwards, because I know that today is going to have some kind of trend where I can make 1:2. What is happening here? Goes up and down, and see after that it's taking support, going slowly up. Narrow CPR, 20 SMA, what's happening? Again, up, down, but still, if you put a stop loss in the first 1 hour, it did not break. Price kept on going down. Price is moving away from its initial price from intraday perspective. I'm not worried about here. Remember, I'm talking about the 50 SMA forming near central pivot range, which you can see the previous day, and wait for today's opening and then make a decision whether to go up or down. Yes, it's slightly advanced, but I hope you can identify a trend based on this. See here how it went, parallel, boom. Yes, sometimes it goes up and down. I mean, it happens. That's the way market works. It is none of our headache. See here, 50 SMA, mere 50 SMA is on top of it. You will feel, even if it is going up and down, which side is the probability, which side market can go. These things you can identify without much fuss. That's exactly what I'm telling guys. See here, so beautiful. From upper circuit comes, breaks 50 SMA, you know it's going to go down, and 20 SMA after somewhere here or here it might have crossed down, then market is going down. Below S1 is a breakout, above R1 is a breakout. If you've seen, this is S1, this is S1, along with this central pivot range, S1 broken out, it goes up and down. So this is exactly how you will be identifying with CPR, R1 and S1. This is S1. So when you think this way, it will work. If you want, I can show you some GBP. I mean, I don't trade Forex, but if you're curious whether it works in Forex, okay, this is what I have for you. This is today's. Okay, this is not exactly at the center, but just watch, you can understand how 20 is hugging 50 going. Okay, you think it's going to go down. Again, it pushes up. But once they start running in parallel, you have your trend. Somewhere near top circuit, near pivot. This is a pivot, right? If the breakout happens, you can take a high probability trade near pivots, kind of crossover strategy. If I have not covered this, you can remember this as well, along with the pivots. The important key things is here is pivot. The lower circuit belongs to sellers, upper circuit belongs to buyers, right? In between, no trade. But if the pivot is wide, especially in Forex, you know, the price will be at the center of pivot or going in small range and then boom. Still, you can take the trade when you have a wide CPR. In Forex, you can always take the trade. See here, near central pivot range, it hugs no movement at all, literally no movement. But if you want to trade, which side you want to take the trade? Above CPR, 50 SMA is below, 20 is above hugging, very minimal stop loss. Once they start diverting, market started moving up. Same thing here. After that, it comes here, no trading zone. And then once it starts going up, it starts taking support on the upper circuit. So these are the price action. That's the reason I said slightly advanced. But with these two lines, you can identify, okay, I may have a trade once this range is broken, because 20 SMA is moving above. The price is near the range, previous range. But when you see these two, the 20 SMA is slightly moving away from 50. It indicates the momentum buildup. So it works in every instrument. If it is forming near central pivot range, you can have some explosive moves up and down. That is up to you what kind of trade you want to take. I'm just showing you the Forex. It works in currency. Yes, it works in crypto as well. This is my favorite Nifty 50. Does it works in Nifty 50? Absolutely. Whenever it forms near central pivot range, it works. You can identify the trend. Basically, that's what I'm telling you. Anyway, I don't want to drag it further. Hope you got the gist of it. Very simple to follow, easy to see in eyes and pick the trend. So my strategies always, I don't want to complicate. Even while I'm training my folks, I focus more on trading psychology, because in trading everything is probability. Now, all the experts are told that 10-20% is technical and another 10-15% is money management, but 60% or 70% comes up to trading psychology. If you have the real trading psychology, you can use this to spot the trade a day before and then patiently take the trade as and when the market unravels in front of you. So if you like, please do share, comment. I'm going to break the stock market secret in the most simplest possible way so that you can benefit out of it. Thank you guys. Have a good day. Have a good evening.